Alright, what's up guys? Brett here, aka Reps. Today I got a little childhood story for you guys. And I'm feeling better, feeling good, less sick than I was. But guys, be easy on me if my voice sounds a little shitty at parts, that's why. It's the first time, or like one of the first times I've ever like tried to steal anything. It's kind of fucking stupid. Like what I was stealing was dumb, why I was stealing it was dumb. Like little Brett didn't know what he's doing. Anyway, so there was me and then this one teacher and then one of my friends. Like back then, I don't really talk to this kid anymore, but the teacher we're gonna call her Miss Religion. See, back then, I was a little kid and I had to go to this religious school, and she was one of the teachers, but I don't think I ever had her. I think this is what I'm gonna call her. But my friend, um, he always had this like spiky ass hair, so I'm gonna call him Spike, or yeah, I guess Lil Spike or some shit like that. And see, we all know those kids with the spiky hair. Back then, they were like little hard asses, and they didn't give a shit. So basically, that will also tie into my story. Alright, so to tell this like full story and like why it actually makes sense and why I was doing what I was doing, see, I was little and like we had a computer, but it was like a really shitty computer. It was like down in the basement, and this computer, like, you could only play certain games because it was like, even for the time, like, I don't know how old I was or whatever, but like it was still really shitty. Like it was old, and all me and my sister did was play games on it, and like the games that you could find for it, like you couldn't find any games. There were like barely any games for like whatever system it had on it, like whatever Windows version it had on it. So it was like outdated as shit. And so you know those like school fairs you have at your school. There was one coming up, and it was like announced like a long ass time ago. And like there was always this one class, I guess, or like one time period back then that we would go to these things, and like one time period during the day. And it was like the first day of it, and we like ended up going. The whole class went. And so I was just looking around, and I don't remember what game it was, but I remember it was a computer game, and I was like, well shit, they actually have computer games here. And I was just like looking through them, and I saw this one game. It was probably like the dumbest thing ever, but I was like, oh, I have to have this. And wherever they were located, they were like located next to the cashier's table. So like I walked over to it, like the cashiers really couldn't see you, or so I thought. But to me, like, I thought it was perfect. Like little me was like, oh dude, I can do this. Like all the other kids were looking at the books, which were like on the other side of the room, and it was just like too far away, and nobody was really like talking to me, and nobody was really over there. So I like went around to go like look at the games or whatever, and I don't know what I ended up doing with it, but like I think I like snuck it in my shirt, or like I just grabbed it. Bro, I was like scheming this shit. Little Brett was like, oh bro, I could just fucking hide this shit, walk out with it, and they'll never know. Nobody'll ever fucking see me, right? See, at this point, I'm a little kid, and my mom would have paid for this, but see, we were at school already, and I'm not gonna ask my mom to come bring me money or go after school, because, you know, I don't like fucking school. So basically, I just said, fuck that, I'm gonna take this shit, and I'm gonna run. Well, I didn't run, but I hid that shit somehow. And I really didn't look like who was around me or who was looking or whatever. And so this one teacher, alright, Mrs. What did I say? Miss Religion, whatever, Mrs. Religion, whatever the fuck I gave her name. But, like, this was in the library, so, like, there was library shelves still, and she was, like, behind one of the library shelves, like, putting a book away or something, or she was watching me because she thought I was gonna steal some shit. Like, even then, like, that was some slimy shit to do, like, watching me. If that's what she was doing, she was like watching me to see if I was stealing. But like, I did steal, so I guess props at her for fucking looking out. But like, that's kind of bullshit if she was looking for like a third grader or like whatever age I was to go steal some shit. But so she was watching me the entire time, and I had no idea. I was just watching for the kids and the the lady sitting at the cash registers or whatever for the kids buying books from the book fair. And so I grabbed it, and it was like time for a class to go, and I like walked out, and I was like walking back to class basically by myself because like a lot of the kids stayed back and like were still looking at books, and I was walking back to class, and I didn't realize this teacher was like following me. Miss freaking Religion was following me back to my locker, and I put the thing in my locker and just like shut the door. And back then we didn't have locks on our locker because, you know, there's no stealing apparently, but, you know, little Brett here is like, oh fuck that, I'm gonna fucking steal, I'm a badass. Anyways, I get into class, and most of the day is basically gone already, but we still had like a period. I don't even know what we called it back then, but we had a little bit of time left in class. So everybody gets back, and then the teacher's talking to us, and we're basically just packing up. And I thought it was scot-free until my teacher at the end of the day was like, alright kids, that's it. And then she like walks out into the hallway, and she's talking to Miss freaking Religion, you know, fuck that, like, you fucking bitch. But she walks back in with her, and they're both in the classroom now, and she's like, Brett, can you come in the hallway with us? And at first I'm like, oh fucking shit, they found it or whatever. But basically I was like, it was in a pit in my stomach because, you know, I didn't think they found it because I thought I got off scot-free. I didn't see that lady behind me following me. And so I come out there, they're like, did you steal this? I was like, no, I didn't steal that. Little Brett was like, oh, I'm gonna get fucking away with it. They're like, no way, they're gonna know it was me. So I was like, the only kid that was sort of next to me in the library with the bookstores was this kid, Spike, the little fucking kid. So I was like, nah, I don't think so. They're like, do you know anyone that would take this and put this in your locker? I'm like, no. I was like, although my friend Spike, he is a shady character. I think he may have stolen it. And I was like, just basically ratting on my friend, but like, by this time I was like shaking. I was like sweating, and they had to have known that I stolen it. They were just fucking with me at this point, see if I would lie. And basically they took it and let me go home. But they did call my mom, and well, my mom didn't take too well to that. I actually got really fucking punished by her. The school didn't really do anything because I didn't like get away with it. But my mom was pissed that I lied because they basically told her the whole story. And actually, my friend did get questioned, which was weird. I was like, why the fuck would he get questioned? The teacher obviously saw me take it or whatever. And I guess they questioned him for like if I was stealing it for him. And then that's why I told him his name or some shit like that. But I was a little fucking scumbag, apparently. Like, a little third grader here fucking stealing shit. By the way, guys, I just want you to know that little Brett does not swear. He's a third grader. He was little, and he didn't really know any swear words. And if he actually did swear in front of one of these teachers, they would be astonished that I actually, like, know those words. But that was basically the first time that I got caught stealing, or like one of the only times I got caught stealing. Yeah, it was like when I was really young. It's kind of fucking stupid, but I guess you learn from your mistakes, right? Is that the moral of the story we're supposed to take from this shit? Guys, don't be a fucking idiot like Lil Brett. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a nice day. See ya.
Hey, stop all that flexing, woke up all my niggas like stop all that resting. Might have my OG come and do a little pressing. You niggas is pussy, I see it, I feel it, I know it, I smell it, it's clear. Fuck, I look like sipping beer. I got 32 bitches back home waiting on me. Give 32 fucks to a nigga hating on me. Got so much ice, you think my jeweler flicked on me.